Hey guys, Rocco here. First video of trying to do this. I don't know if I'm gonna make a YouTube and post them, but been really feeling convicted in the heart to start this up and share what I'm reading about each night or each day or whatever it has to be, and just share a few things of what I'm reading that day and just go over some of the key aspects of that chapter that I'm reading. Tonight I'm starting in the book of Esther. I have this cool little study Bible, so I thought I would just give you a little rundown of what this book is about and what things to look out for. And then I will read the chapter, probably by myself, and then come back and just give 3 things that I took from the chapter and just share it with whoever's listening, or I just feel like this will help not just other people if they want to hear it, but myself, because just make me feel more accountable making these videos and making sure I do it. So it's just a way to help me out. So this is the 12th book out of the 12 of the historical books. It's the last one of the historical books. The author, this says they have absolutely no idea who wrote this book of Esther, and neither does anyone else. There's a chance that it was Mordecai himself, but an unknown Persian Jew may seem more reasonable. The date that Esther was written was most likely written shortly after the events that occurred after the book of Nehemiah, around 460 BC. The audience that this book was written to were the Israelites that remained under Persian control and were familiar with the recorded events. The reason that Esther was written was to record the origin of Purim, I'm probably butchering that, Purim or Purim, and to show that God was still involved with the Jews who remained in exile. The theme of this whole book, which is 10 chapters long, is saving God's people. The key verse that the study Bible has, it says, "For if you keep silent at this time, relief and deliverance arise for the Jews from another place, but you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this." That's going to be Esther 4:14. And it kind of just breaks down into sections. The first 2 chapters are about Esther becoming queen. Chapters 3 and 4 are the threat against the Jews. And chapters 5 through 10 is the victory of the Jews. And just a few key words throughout this book are queen, Jew, banquet, and decree. So that's just a little something about Esther. There's so much more in this that explains a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to read that, but that would take a while. And then I can just jot stuff down in this study Bible. So I would recommend this if anyone wants. It's called the Bible Study, a 1-year study of the Bible and how it relates to you. This is part 1 of 2, the Old Testament. It's by Zach Windahl, Z-A-C-H, last name W-I-N-D-A-H-L. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty dope. So yeah, I'm going to read this chapter, write a couple things down, and then come back and just share that with you. Peace out. Mahalo. Hey guys, I'm back. So I finished the first chapter of Esther. It's 22 verses. Usually I would put 3 things I took from this chapter, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit what happened in the chapter and who we were introduced to and what went on there. So we were introduced to King, man, I'm so bad. There's already need to learn how to pronounce names, but King Ahasuerus. Ahasuerus. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. We're introduced to him. He is the king that's in charge right now and reigning. As we see at the beginning of the chapter, that he is a powerful and triumphant God. He reigned in 127 provinces, and he's just done a lot. He likes to throw parties for people. That's what we see in the first chapter. He throws a party for everyone, and it's the biggest party I've ever heard of. 180 days straight, 6 months. That'd be pretty insane. That's a crazy rager. So not sure why he threw the party exactly. Sorry, this is my first one, so I'm gonna be a little rough on the edges. So be patient. Yeah. Yeah, he just threw a party for a whole bunch of people. But he sends his men to go get a queen whose name is Vashti. Queen Vashti also gave a feast for the women in the palace that belonged to the king. So he sent his men to go after her and bring her to him. But she refused. He was very angry by that. He got angry pretty quickly and didn't like that she refused him. And he knew, and his officials knew, that all the other women were going to start thinking that it's okay to say no to their husbands and to disobey the men in the household, and he wasn't going to have that. So he decided to go with a different plan and figure out a better match for her to come, since she wouldn't come at all. She was just refusing. My study Bible says it might be because she, hold on one second, says King Ahasuerus called for his wife, Queen Vashti, to come and dance for his generals, but she said no. That put the king in a very tough situation because he was technically in charge of her, so he didn't like her being saying no. This says she could have very easily been pregnant and not able to dance. That's why she would say no. Or she could have had baby already, and that's why this celebration was about, but didn't want to show off her post-pregnancy. Either way, she didn't want to do it, and the tiara was taken from her, and that's why they needed to find a new woman to come in charge, because as we see here in Esther chapter 1 verse 22, it says, he sent letters to all the royal provinces, to every province in its own script, and to every people in its own language, that every man be master in his own household and speak according to the language of his people. So this is just showing that in biblically that men are supposed to be the leaders of their household, and they're supposed to make those tough decisions for their families, and it's supposed to be on them. That burden is supposed to be on them. Obviously, they can consult with their wife, but in the end, it's the man's decision to make those tough decisions in the family's life, or just anything that deals with that nowadays, or like, yeah, I don't really know many examples, but the Bible shows us that the men, when we're married in the family, we're supposed to be the men of the household and make those tough decisions when it's time for them to come and make those decisions of following Jesus, ultimate Savior. So yeah, I know it's kind of hectic and it's not a long video, and I don't even know if I'm going to post it, but I just want to try it out and see how it went. I feel like it would help me in the end. I'm not doing it just for me, but I feel like it's going to help me remember more and just dive deeper. So it's one of the ways I thought about, and I'm trying it out. So hopefully it goes well, and if I post this, I hope you guys like the video. Probably be like 2 of you, but hey, if we reach 1, then it means a whole lot. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, guys. Peace out. Much love.